Good morning, grade 9. I'm your English teacher, Miss Maya, and today we are going to start with the last unit, Unit 12, Trade, Lesson 1, Culture and Business. So by the end of this session, you are going to examine how bartering stopped and was exchanged by trade. And you are also going to examine how business policy differs from one country to another. If you look at the following picture, what does this picture represent? Excellent! This is trade in the present. What is trade? Trade is a process when you get things and you pay for them. And this happens in everyday life, especially when you go shopping, and it happens between countries. So in brief, you pay for what you get. You pay money, you pay dollars to get the car that you want. Did people have the same concept of buying in the past? Look at the following picture. What can you see? We can see two items and one person offering something for something else. This is how people bought items in the past. I have books, you have bananas. You give me bananas and I give you books. This is called the bartering system, and this was a trade in the past. What's the difference between the first picture and the second picture? In the first picture, a man is giving money to another man in order to buy a new car. So I give you the price of the car and you give me the keys of my new car. In the second picture, a guy is offering some books to a lady who is offering him back some bananas. So I have extra books, you have extra bananas. I give you the books and you give me the bananas. What do we call the first process and what do we call the second? The first is called trade and the second is called bartering. Watch the following video to see how bartering changed into trade and how money was introduced. At a particular point in the past, bartering was stopped. For example, I want a pair of slippers for some apples. However, if both sides do not agree on the deal, bartering cannot take place. So, when I wanted to offer you a bag of apples for a pair of slippers and you are not in need of the apples, bartering stopped and a new story was issued. The introduction and the evolution of money. Please watch the following video about the evolution of money.
In a very simple economy with very few goods, people can barter. But when the economy grows, barter trade becomes ineffective. Let me explain this with a simple example. There was a small village by the river. At first, there were only two families. One of them bred rabbits, and the other grew wheat. To diversify their diet, they traded with each other. They agreed that one bag of wheat would be exchangeable for one rabbit. After some time, other families began to settle in the village. Every family produced something else. Some of them produced clothes, others fished, and still others bred cattle. Over time, there were many goods and services. A shoemaker sent his daughter Catherine to get a bag of wheat. The girl took the shoes and went to the farmer to propose a trade. The farmer agreed because he needed shoes, and so they exchanged. The next day, the shoemaker sent Catherine again to get another bag of wheat. But this time the farmer replied, "I'm sorry, I don't need a second pair of shoes." but I will give you wheat for a box of apples." So Catherine went to the gardener and proposed to exchange the shoes for some apples. The gardener replied, "I never wear shoes in the summer. I won't be needing them for at least 6 months. I can give you apples in exchange for new horseshoes for my horse, though." So the girl went to the forge, but the blacksmith said that he will give her horseshoes only for a new pair of trousers. Finally, the local seamstress agreed to exchange shoes for trousers. Unfortunately, this wasn't the end. It took Catherine half a day to find someone who needed shoes, but it took another half a day to finally get the wheat that she wanted. It's a little hard to do shopping this way, isn't it? Barter trade is ineffective and time-consuming. People need something that can be used as a medium of exchange, something everyone can accept. They needed money. Money has specific properties. It is a medium of exchange, which allows us to avoid the problems that Catherine had. It's also a unit of account and can be used as a measure of costs and revenues through market prices. Here are some characteristics of money that allow it to be used this way. It's durable, which means it should last a long time without breaking. It's homogeneous, which means that each unit should be identical. Portable, so that it's small enough that you can carry it with you. Divisible, so that you can make change. And importantly, it should maintain its value over a long period of time, so your saving would be worth the same even after many years. Throughout human history, there have been many media of exchange, like cattle, salt, or seashells. None of these lasted very long as money. Cattle, for example, wasn't divisible, interchangeable, or easily portable. It also didn't maintain its value over a long period of time. Salt becomes stale over time, so it loses value, and it wasn't homogeneous because one bag of salt could be better quality than another. However, one thing did emerge that had these qualities: gold and precious metals, which can be minted into coins or bars. Gold can be a medium of exchange and a unit of account. We can count up the number of gold coins something costs. It's durable because it doesn't corrode, and it can last 1,000 years. It's homogeneous because all 1-ounce coins are identical and can be marked for purity. Coins are portable too, so a lot of purchasing power can fit in one's pocket. It's divisible because the coins can be different weights. And what's most important, gold has been a very stable store of value because its quantity is limited by nature. Only a small amount of gold is mined each year in comparison to the quantity already in circulation. Because of these properties of gold, it has served as money for most of human history. In modern times, however, the whole world has abandoned the gold standard. We'll see the consequences of this in the next videos. Please subscribe.
To make the video brief, people needed money for many reasons. First of all, it's a medium of exchange. It's also a unit of account that can be used to measure profits in markets. It's durable and homogeneous, and it's also divisible, so you can make an exchange, and most importantly, it's portable. Now, after having watched the video, are you interested in the world of business? Do you think you have a good head for trade? What kind of business would you like to start with? Is there any link between business and culture? Think about it. You will find the answer of the last question while you thoroughly read the text on page 149, Culture and Business. Yes, culture and business are closely related. The more you know about the culture, the more profitable business deals you can make. So, after having read the article Culture and Business on page 149, reread the introduction, please. After rereading the introduction, you can find out that there may be a single European market, but it doesn't mean that managers behave the same in Greece or Denmark as they do in France or Italy. Now try to answer the following questions. In what ways are the Italians and the French similar in business hospitality? In what ways are the Germans different from their European counterparts when dealing with foreign businessmen. What message does the writer convey to foreign businessmen dealing with European market? The writer of the above text relies heavily on live examples. What purposes does this technique serve? Number 5. What is the function of the concluding paragraph in the above text? Please do your homework for Wednesday and submit it to me privately. If you have any question, get back to me. At the end of this lesson, I would like to spotlight on the following. Whatever the culture is and wherever you are, good manners are admired. They can also make or break the deal.